Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, September the 12th. And I am going to try and get caught up here with you so I can see the comments. Oh, and I'm still super loud. My volume didn't turn down. Okay, but today is September the 12th. It is Sunday. Hello, everybody. I hope y'all had a great week. Sorry that I bailed out on you so fast last week, but when it started pouring, all of a sudden the rain was running down the back of my shirt. I don't know if y'all could tell it or not, but the rain was it was pouring down the back. But anyway, so thank you for being patient, and hello, John from home base. Thank you for being patient. Yeah, it was a good time. John rescued everything. Hello, Stacy. He rescued everything and got it in the dry, so we're all good. Hello, Lynn. So everything should be working perfectly, smashingly. Yeah, so he got it all inside very well. And hello, Melissa. We'll call you Mel just because I know. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Marlene. And I saw somebody else sneak in here just a second ago. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hello. Oh, Myrna. That was who snuck in. Myrna snuck in up here, and I didn't catch her down here. Yeah, hello, Myrna. It's good to see you. Hello, Mary Ann. But welcome to another Sunday, everybody. Yep, and hello, Leslie from Ohio. So, I'm sorry, Leslie's saying hi. Oh, Leslie, yeah. So, Leslie, are you from Ohio? So, also, and I think I already said hello, but hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry, but I'll say it again. And hello, Elaine. It is good to see you, too. If you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. We'd love to say hi and hello. And hello, Carol. It's good to see you. But yeah, we'd love to say hello. So, even if you're watching this later on YouTube and it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, let me know because we would still like to say hello to you. So obviously everyone here loves to say hello. And thank you, Sandra. Awesome. That's so great. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Rosie. It is good to see you. And Rosie, did you get my message? So I sent you a messenger message. And if you didn't get it, or if you didn't see it, I need you to go back and check it. And hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. It's good to see you too. So another Sunday. Hello, Vicki from St. Louis. Again, thank you all last week. That was a little bit of a panic moment. I was trying to protect all of the electronics as best as I could, but when the rain started running down my back, I knew I had to go. Yeah, I knew we had to go in fast. So, and hello, Lisa from West Virginia. It is good to see you, but I still hope everybody had a good time, and I hope that you all used some of the things that we talked about last week in your travels this week. And yes, Mel is not new, so Melissa, or Mel, is not new, but she's just missed a few weeks, but her Facebook notification for lives wasn't working again. Silly Facebook, silly Facebook. And hello, Liz from Texas. It's good to see you. But I hope some of y'all used some of those ideas because I know. Oh wait, and Carol Lou's back from vacation. Hello, and thank you. That was very sweet. She just came sliding in on 2 wheels, and oh no. Okay, Rosie, I'll get to you in just a second. Did you really? Are you serious? And hello, Evie. So since I'm not the one that's right on top of that anymore, I'll have to get the girls to check because I'm like the I don't know, micromanager, whatever, making sure on things like that. So I'll talk to you here in a little bit. And hello, Kathy, or we may have to talk about that in the morning, Rosie. But anyway, so I hope y'all got a chance on your long holiday weekend to use some of the things that we talked about last week. Hello, Leslie from Edmonton. It's good to see you. Because those of us in the United States, hopefully everybody had a long weekend. Hello, Lisa from Arkansas. We did. So a normal weekend for us is 1 day. Haha. Yeah, just 1 day. A normal weekend for John and I is just 1 day. But this last week, we had 2 days. So we had Sunday and Monday, even though we were with you all on Sunday night. We still count that as a day off. And hello, Marlene from Florida. Hello, Barbara. It's good to see you. But anyway, so we took 2 days off and we did eat everything. I think I only have some carrots left. So almost everything that we showed you last week got eaten. And hello, Madeline. It's good to see you. Almost everything got eaten. So John took the rest of the turkey, even when he went back to work. Hello, Sherry. And he nibbled on it for the next day or two. So I'm telling you, that man's turkey tenderloin, if you haven't made it yet, it is the perfect snack. And it is a perfect traveling snack. And if John is still standing here listening, he can attest to that. Hello, Kathy, or aloha, Kathy. He can attest to that. It is the perfect traveling snack. It is the perfect walk by and grab a couple and pop them in your mouth snack. It's perfect. It is perfect. Okay, so today is September the 12th. This is chat number 240, and it is titled Overcoming Obstacles. So we're still in this Overcoming Obstacles theme. Hello, Mindy. And it is titled Emotional Eating. So we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But now that Mindy's here, we can get started because the very first thing that, oh no, and Liz couldn't find us last week. Well, Liz, it's okay because we were in the pouring down rain, so you didn't miss much. Okay, and John agrees. John just said it is the perfect traveling snack. That man's turkey tenderloin, and if you haven't made it yet, it is on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and you can just search that man. Hello, Sylvia. You can search that man or turkey or tenderloin, I think all of the above, or air fry. If you look under the air fryer category, you're going to find it. I'm serious, it is the best traveling snack, hands down, hands down. Okay, so Mindy is here now. So we can go ahead and get started because the first thing was about her. Mindy, so this is some WW news. So this is WW news for September. The theme has changed to overcoming obstacles, and this is some additional news. So Mindy found that there is a new coach in Connect, and I don't even know how you found it, Mindy, but this was good news to a lot of us, a lot of our friends, and my mom would have loved this. So what Mindy found, there is a new WW diabetes coach, and it's a group of registered dietitians and diabetes educators. They have formed a group on Connect to help members with diabetes reach their goals. It's perfect. It is perfect, and that's so funny. Mel says, that man's anything is amazing. Thank you, Mel. And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while. Oh no. Okay, Barbara from the Crossroads, her friend from over 40 years is on a ventilator. Oh no. So everybody stop and say a little prayer for Barbara from the Crossroads, her friend. And see, okay, Catherine says, really, I'm a diabetic. Okay, I knew that this was going to be important news. So it's a Connect group. They are WW employees who have formed a Connect group, but when you go into the group, it says that they are full of registered dietitians and diabetes educators. So y'all should go find this group. And my mom would have loved it. She would have loved it, and she probably would have tried to take it over. But anyway, that's a different story for a different time. But to find it, you're going to go to your WW account. Hello, Sherry, and Sherry's in Florida today. But you're going to go to your WW account, and you can either go on your phone, you can go on your tablet, or you can log on from a computer. And then when you get to Connect, there's a search bar at the top of Connect, and you're going to type in the @ symbol. So the symbol that I try to get you to do all the time to tag me, you're going to do the @ symbol, and then all together WW Diabetes Coach, and that's the letters W diabetes coach. I think I just spelled that correctly, and follow along, because I think that would be a great group to join. And even for people who are pre-diabetic, just trying not to become diabetic, I think it could be a good one. So I kind of snooped around in there a little bit today, and thank you, Mindy, for posting that again. And it looks like that they are, it looks like you're playing a game of bingo. So you should go join, because y'all know how much I love games. Okay, next news. WW has 50 new workouts on Obey Fitness. So if you haven't tried Obey yet, you can do that also through your app. So that's through your WW app. And they have cardio, HIIT, which I don't know what HIIT is, HIIT. Who knows what that is? I have no idea, but I know what cardio is. They have cardio exercises, strength, stretch, yoga, low impact. Look, they had a ton of stuff. I couldn't go through the entire list. And so they have 50 new workouts on there. And again, you just go to the WW app on your phone, on your tablet, or from a desktop. I think to do the Obey, it's probably going to be easier. Oh, sorry. I think it's probably going to be easier to do that. High intensity interval training. Okay, thank you, Mel, because I had no idea what that was. But you can go there and you can get some more information. So that's going to be through your WW app where you're going to find that. And oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it yet, and yes, Barbara, I am dry tonight, very dry tonight. And in case you haven't seen it yet, WW is now offering food huggers. So I think, do I have any back here? Let's see. Yes. So right up there, whoops, I'm pointing the wrong direction. Right there are some food huggers. So you all know that I love food huggers, and they're the little silicone things that I put on my avocados. I put them on top of Dusty's tuna can that I opened today, in halves of apples. Hello, Melinda. It's good to see you. And I hope you've been doing well too. Halves of apples, halves of lemons, oranges, potatoes. I mean, just about anything. But I noticed that WW has the exact same. They have those on their website now. So we sell them here at KC Kitchen Center. So you can get them through WW, which Barbara did. You can get them through WW, or we have them here at KC Kitchen Center. If you're in or around Knoxville, you can just tootle on down to 5902 Kingston Pike, and we have them here. You don't even have to wait for them to come in the mail. Okay, but that was so cool, because I knew that they were awesome. I already knew that they were awesome, and now WW has just validated that for me, that they are totally awesome. Okay, and remember last week, if you and Mel says that in addition to the WW Diabetes Coach account that they're group, that there's also one living with diabetes. So if you have diabetes, or you're cooking food for someone who does, or if you're pre-diabetic, or again, if you're just trying not to get into that situation, I think those would be two great groups to join. Because again, I follow a lot of those things that my mom did. I'm not diabetic, but I'm trying to keep it that way. So I think those would be good ones to go check out. But in case you didn't see it last week, there is a filter function on your app, and you can go watch that from last week. We're not going to go through that again tonight because I have already yabbered for like 10 or 11 minutes. Again, new people, just say hello, give us a shout out, let us know that you are brand new because we would love to welcome you. I would love for you to watch these later on YouTube. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Our numbers are actually going down instead of going up. That's not good. That's just absolutely not good. And I don't know why. I don't know why, because this would be so easy to watch or listen to. Yay, and Vicki got hers from us. Okay, so this month's theme is obstacle breakthrough. So all of September, we're going to be talking about breaking through obstacles. So who got to break through an obstacle this week and sit their bottom in a chair? So who sat their little bottom in a chair at an actual in-person workshop? Give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, we do thumbs ups and hearts on the live chats. If you're watching it later, you'll just have to do a thumbs up emoji. Yep, and Linda had her bottom in a green chair again. Awesome. I had mine in a white chair again. So thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair at an in-person workshop this week, or if you attended. Oh, and Jill is new. So Jill, it's very nice to meet you. Hello, it's just regular Jill, Jill. So everybody welcome Jill. And Jill, did you get to attend an in-person workshop last week? Or a virtual workshop, a Zoom workshop, or are you new? Are you new to us, or are you new to WW? So everybody's doing thumbs ups if they went to a workshop or went to a Zoom meeting last week. And if you attended with us live, oh, and Barbara's is in a white chair too. And if you attended with us here live last week in the pouring down rain, give me a heart. And, or if you watched later on replay here on Facebook or on, and that's so cool. Y'all are welcoming Jill. Thank you. Or later on YouTube or whatever, if you watch it on demand, give me some more hearts. So I'm going to do, oh, and Melinda's chair was black. Fancy. Okay, so I'm going to do both because I attended an in-person workshop, did not do a Zoom workshop this week, and I was here with us live last week. Of course I was with us live. And yes, Jill is our newest egglet. That's so exciting. Okay, so Jill, ask questions. So ask away. Okay, so this month we are talking about obstacle breakthroughs, and so we are talking about how we're going to recognize those obstacles, face them, and crush them and get them out of the way. Last week was chat number 239, and we were talking about overcoming obstacles with music, and you all had some great examples, some great ideas. I loved the different ways that y'all came up with that you listen to music, but we found out last week that music can change your mood just like that fast. It can change it that fast. So again, last week, Dusty and I were walking down Gay Street here in Knoxville, and this big burly guy came riding up, and those of you that were with us last week already heard the story, but he was huge, and he looked angry. He had a grumpy look on his face, and he was wearing a t-shirt that said, okay, and Jill's just new to us. She's doing digital right now. So any digital people, give her some help. But his t-shirt said, I hate people. And, he just had this, I don't know, he just looked like he hated people, but he was blaring, "Don't Stop Believing" out of his speakers on his Harley, and it was awesome. The mood changed so fast. And we found out last week that music can do exactly that. And Sylvia missed it, but she did use music for her 11-hour ride home today. So see, that was a mood changer right there. But we found that out last week, that music can change your mood immediately. It can change the mood immediately. So whether it's to calm you down, whether it's to pep you up so you can get some cleaning done. Several of us have to listen to music to get cleaning done because we don't like to do it otherwise. A lot of you all used it to exercise. A lot of you all shared where you're getting your music from, and you're going to have to go back and look in the hello Orlando Debbie. You're going to have to go back and look in the on the If You Have an Egg group and see the post that I think it was Marlene. Hold on, I'm panicking now because it was an M. Anyway, it's hilarious. Hello, Vicki. It is hilarious. It did not make it on here in time for the homework, but it is stinking hilarious. So instead of getting her homework done on time, she still got brownie points, and she got a super cute badge because she posted a picture of, do you remember when we used to all have record players? Okay, those of us that are old enough had record players, and you would stack up your albums on there, and you would just be sitting there waiting for the next one to click and come down and then start. That's a playlist. That is the ultimate playlist. And it was hilarious. You'll have to go over there and look on If You Have an Egg in our closed group to see that. If you're not already in our closed group, somebody might be able to share the link. And if not, I'll share it when we get done so that you can join. If you want to join, not need to, everybody needs to. If you want to join our closed group, just remember to answer those 3 questions. If you don't answer them, I won't be able to let you in because I have to know that you're a real human. Okay, so we were talking about how to add music to our weight loss routine, again, for relaxation, for getting you up and getting you going, using music that has a certain beats per minute so that maybe speeds up your exercise or keeps you going at a regular pace. But your homework for last week was #playlist plan, and you were going to make a playlist and then let us know how you were going to use it, for your weight loss or just well-being in general. So let's see how you did on that. Barbara has her playlist on Apple Music, and I am going to keep calling it iTunes. Barbara, I know that it's Apple Music, and I've called it iTunes like 3 times in the last 2 days, but Barbara has her playlist on Apple Music, and she used it this week to help keep herself moving while she was cleaning. So I have to do the same thing, Barbara. Marlene uses iHeartRadio to find her favorites from the 60s, like the Beach Boys, to keep her moving. So that's some fun music. So Marlene, I'm sure that does keep you moving. And then Marianne uses Spotify to relax and clear her mind. And I thought that was a great example of something to do with music. And, that's an awesome use of music to just relax and just clear your mind. It doesn't even have to make you get up and do anything. Just relax. So for everybody that did their homework last week, here are your extra Bravo stickers. So here are your virtual Bravo stickers. Hopefully I caught everybody and got you your super cute Bravo badge that Casey's been making for us. She's already made the badge for this week. So I will just tell you, as she is getting ready to have baby number 2, she's been doing stuff like super fast. It's like she's in like what do you call it, nesting overdrive mode or something. So anyway, she already has the badge for this week ready. Usually I don't get it until sometime on Monday, but she's already ready. Okay, this week though, we are talking about the overcoming obstacles topic for this week is emotional eating. And you all know, if you've been with us any length of time, you know that my fearless leader's name is Gwen. And as Gwen reminds us every time this topic comes up, experiencing emotions is not a character flaw. And Orlando Debbie, she is. Yeah, we'll talk about that, later. I'll private message you because she's doing very well. But it's not a character flaw. So we all have emotions. We are human, so actually not showing emotions. And I'm sorry, I'm going to stop and mention something to Vicki. So yes, Vicki, these are new glasses because I buy such cheap glasses that I systematically break all of them, but the last pair of readers that I got, or the last set of 3 that I got, I think for $9, they lasted like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, so I bought another set of 3. Anyway, yes, so you'll see different colors because I bought 3 and they're 3 different colors. Okay, so back to this. So for the topic this week is on emotional eating. So again, Gwen, our fearless leader, thank you, Vicki, my fearless leader, Gwen, reminds us that experiencing emotions, it's not a character flaw. We're human. What the character flaw is if you don't experience emotions. So I don't know if you've stopped to think about this or not, but people who don't experience emotions are usually called a sociopath, okay? I mean, they're like on Criminal Minds and television shows like that. So think about it. People who don't experience any emotions, they're usually sociopaths. So having, and more importantly, feeling those feelings actually means that we are clinically normal human beings. So I'm okay with that now. I'm okay with having those feelings. So the issue that it's at hand, though, is that we are trained from a very early age. We are trained that some feelings equal food. And it's not the same feelings for all of us. So not all of us are trained the exact same way. But I promise you, from a very young age, you were trained that some feeling, even if it's not the same as mine, that some feeling equaled food. So do any of these sound familiar from your childhood? You skinned your knee, you were crying, you were sad, and that equaled a lollipop. So who experienced that as a child? Or when you were growing up, classes equaled homework. So classes or homework equaled stressed out. That's an emotion, and it equaled cookie dough. Or how about breaking up when you were younger, breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, and that equaled sadness or maybe even anger, and that equaled ice cream. That's what my mom always brought me. Always brought me. Pre-John, that was pre-John, she always brought me ice cream whenever that would happen. Yep, Debbie says if you go to the doctor, you got a lollipop. Yep, because you might be scared. You know, so the lollipop was to reward you for being scared. Or wait, Vicky, can we still get ice cream after our vaccinations? Because, you know, a lot of us just got vaccinated, so we should go out for some ice cream because we were trained to do that. And then this one, being alone. So being alone, you know, maybe in your teenage years, again, we're talking about the training. I mean, it could still happen now, but being alone might equal boredom or loneliness, and that might equal a bag of chips, you know, because a bag of chips can drown a lot of sorrows. Okay, so adult feelings that get fed it's just as normal. It's just a normal habit that we've been practicing since, you know, our entire lives, you know, since childhood. So we've been practicing for this our entire lives. So what do we do now? Because we've literally been trained, you know, so I've had 54 years of this training. You know, I don't know how many years you all have had of it, but all we're going to do is take 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. So whenever you're having these feelings, no matter what they are, we're just going to take 5 minutes. So if the feeling is anger, if you're scared, if you're lonely, if you're bored, if you're sad, if you're happy, they don't all have to be bad feelings. You know, they might be happy feelings. Oh, yep. See, Barbara says, for being brave, you know, you got a lollipop. And Sylvia's exactly right. Boredom on a long drive equals snacking. Boredom on a long drive for me, growing up, always equaled peanut M&Ms. I mean, specifically peanut M&Ms. So John and I are trying to switch that and make it that man's turkey tenderloin. That's what we snack on when we're traveling now. But anyway, so you're going to take 5 minutes. Seriously, that 300 seconds may be all that it takes to break that loop. And you might still circle back to the food after the 5 minutes, but you're going to be conscious of your decision, and it's not just going to be a blur. I mean, because who before, me included, who before has had an emotional, you know, something emotional happen? And again, it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't always have to be sad, angry, mad, you know, whatever, which angry and mad are the same thing, I guess. It could be happy. It could be some surprised. It could be whatever the emotion is. But how many of you, though, have reacted to that, eaten something, and it's happened so fast that then you look at it again and you go, oh my gosh, what just happened? What happened? And Carol Lou's exactly right. She thinks of it as an entitlement, that if she had a bad day, she deserves a treat. Yep, me too. Okay, so if you take that 5 minutes, then it won't be such a blur. You still might circle back around to the food, but it won't be as much of a blur. And you might actually, it's not going to be such a blur of food, of fork and food, you know, fork and food this time. You might actually track it. Okay, so your homework for this week is going to be #take 5 minutes. And we're going to go a little bit more into depth while we're talking to you about your homework. So it's going to be #take 5 minutes. T-A-K-E 5 minutes, M-I-N-U-T-E-S. And for people that are new, I'm going to tell you what to do for your homework here in a second, but you are going to, like if you do it here, then you're just going to do your homework. If you do this after the chat, then if you're here on the public page, on the If You Have an Egg page where we're at right now for the chat, you're going to do an @ sign, and then you are going to, I'm sorry, Betty Ann said her dog gets a treat, so she gets a treat. I'm in. Sign me up. But you're going to do the @ symbol, and then if you have an egg, and that will notify me so that I know that you did your homework. If it's in our closed group, you're going to do thank you, Lynn, Kelly Green Milligan. If you're doing this on Connect, it's going to be @IfYouHaveAnEgg. Or if you're doing this later on YouTube or on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com after that gets posted, you can just type it in because I'll get a notification on those. So what your homework is, it's 5 things, and it's not 5 hard things. It's 5 easy things. So the first thing you're going to do for your homework is the next time that you're having one of those feelings, you're having one of those, something's happened. So some emotion, again, it doesn't have to be bad, but some emotion is happening, and you start heading towards the refrigerator, the pantry, the app on your phone for food, you know, whatever. But if that happens and you start feeling that and you think, uh-oh, you're feeling whatever, fill in the blank, angry, upset, sad, you know, whatever, fill in the blank, and you start heading for the pantry, the refrigerator, and you think, oh, this is going to be trouble. This is getting ready to be trouble. So if you head there and you're feeling that way, then number 1 is stop. So stop. That's number 1. Number 2 is set a timer for 5 minutes. You can set it on your watch. All you have to do on your watch is say, Siri, Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. So see how easy that is? So I've got a timer set for 5 minutes now. Okay, now I have a timer set for 5 minutes. You can set a real timer, however you want to set the timer. So set it for 5 minutes after the timer goes off. So after the 5 minutes, if you still want whatever you were headed into the kitchen to go for, that's number 3. And like Gwen said, at the end of the 5 minutes, you might not even remember why you had the 5-minute alarm set. But so 1 is stop, 2 is set an alarm for 5 minutes. 3 is after the timer goes off, you got to decide, do I still want whatever it was I was headed for? Do I still remember what I was headed for? Or am I over it and can I go on and go do something else? That's number 3. Number 4 is if you don't still want the food, great. That's awesome. You might want to write this down. You might want to tell somebody, hey, you know what? I was so, fill in the blank, that I was going to go and eat, fill in the blank, but I didn't. You might want to, that's a non-scale victory, I think. Number 5, though, is if you do still feel like you want the food, it's okay. That is a-okay. At least you know now why you're eating it. So you know that you're not eating it because you're hungry. You know that you're eating it for some other reason. And maybe you can track it, or you can think, maybe next time I'll do something different. Maybe next time I'll, call a friend or whatever, but it at least gives you a chance to think about it. So whatever you end up doing, I want you to do your 5 steps, or whenever you feel this feeling, whatever's going on, and it doesn't have to be bad. It could be happy. It could be a wedding coming up. It could be the birth of a new grandbaby, maybe. Hasn't happened yet, but that could happen. We don't want to go crazy when we're eating, then either, because we don't know where we're going to be when it happens. But then, just tag me in it, type it out, tag me in it, write it down, whatever. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So Melinda is watching us from her iPhone. And when I asked Siri to set the timer, her phone and Apple Watch try to do the same thing. Yeah. So I said something today. Oh, I told the guy across the street, there's an older gentleman across the street at Food City that had 7 minutes left to work today. Well, he had 10 minutes left of work today. I checked out and told him that I hope he enjoyed the last 7 minutes of his day. And my watch set an alarm for 7 minutes. And I thought, what did I say? What did I say that made my watch think I wanted an alarm set for 7 minutes? But anyway, so do those things, and that is your homework. It is hashtag take 5 minutes. Do number 1 is stop. Number 2 is set a timer for 5 minutes, or just watch the chat and I'll accidentally set your timer for 5 minutes. Number 3 is after the timer goes off, decide, yes, I still want the food, or nah, I don't even remember why I was here. And 4 is if you don't still want the food, great, let us know what you did instead. Or number 5 is if you still want the food, let us know. It is okay. Remember, we're the ones that are normal. We're the ones that are not the sociopaths. So, thank you, Sherry, for posting that. Okay, whoo! So, we are at the end of the first half. So, again, this was chat number 240. So, yeah, we're like kicking it through. I know every week adds 1, but it just feels like they're going by. It just feels like the numbers are going by even faster. If you are brand new, this is the moment. Yes, and Sandra just reminded me, or just reminded all of us. So, and do we? Melinda says we have 2 minutes left on our timers. I believe we do. I believe she is right. So it is at this moment, and thank you, Barbara. It's at this moment, new people, that we stop and take a water break. This is water. So we're going to stop and take a water break. The first 30 minutes is all classroom. It's all everything that we went over the prior week with WW. And Orlando Debbie says, hopefully her forgetfulness will apply to that method as well. That's kind of what I'm thinking will happen, because I will be distracted with something in the middle of something else by then, and I will not remember why I had said it. But anyway, so we're all going to grab some water, and then I'm going to put on my apron. We are going to make something. It's not food, but we are going to make something, and I don't want to get it on my stark white t-shirt. So, okay, everybody stop and get a drink of water before we start the second half. And new people, don't panic. If the head of a furry, fuzzy animal pops up during the chat, it's just Dusty. There is nothing to worry about. We're not making food this time though, so he probably won't be too interested. And then also new people, we have, oh, good, and Rosie loves her tumblers. So new people, we also, what was I even going to say? I don't know, new people. I have no idea what I was going to say. something about, oh, we stopped at the midway point and I put on my apron, even when we're not cooking. A, so that I don't get things all over my clothes, and B, this is how you know if you were watching us later on YouTube and our alarm's going off. So what were we doing? I don't even remember. I don't remember what we were doing. But anyway, so at the halfway point we drink water, then I put on the apron, new people, so that you know when it is time for the second half. So even though we're not cooking food, I'm still going to pull my hair back because when it's this long, it kind of gets in your way. And this is a super cute scrunchie that Casey made. Look, her crocheting skills are like off the charts anymore. I'm telling you all, she's nesting. So speaking of nesting, this is the second half of chat number 240, and I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. In case you have not been here with us for the first 30 minutes, or if you were just watching the second half of this, and I'm going to go ahead and take a moment now to say that I will be here every Sunday night unless Pistachio is born on a Sunday or maybe even on a Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and take the liberty of saying that I don't think Casey has much longer left. So her actual due date is not until the first week of October. She's not going to make it until the first week of October. I think John and I are I think we're neck and neck on our guesses. So I think we are only one day apart on our guesses. So if I'm right, then we only have, I think it's 2 more chats before she has the baby. And if you're new, Casey is my daughter. And oh, thank you, Vicky. So if you're new, Casey's my daughter. She does all of the YouTube videos. She takes all of this and puts it like how it's supposed to be. I just get to do the talking part. I'm sorry, Melinda says, now I'll be thinking about you when I have to stop and do my 5 minutes. That's hilarious. Like, what would Kelly say to do during that 5 minutes? But anyway, so in case you're new, Casey is my daughter, and she, oh, wait a second. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so I'm going to sidetrack, and if you're new, I do this a lot. So I didn't even think about this, but Carol Lou's granddaughter Peanut, so our oldest granddaughter, John calls her Peanut, and Carol Lou has a Peanut also. So apparently, I forgot, her birthday is September the 21st. So Carol, my guess for Casey's delivery, it was September the 23rd, and I think John's was September 22nd. If John, if you're listening, you'll have to correct me, but I think we were a day apart. I think he said a day earlier than I said. Anyway, I'm just telling you ahead of time, I'm planning all easy stuff that is not perishable. Open Lynn says Pistachio's coming on the 30th. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be in October. It is not going to be in October. So, but the next 3 weeks, I am planning all easy things, easy for me to do things, and things that are non-perishable, because I don't know if she has, or like I missed a Sunday when Alyssa was born, and I'm pretty sure I had perishable stuff for that, and it just sat all week. So, okay, anyway, so this week is going to be super easy, and then the next 2 weeks I have all super easy, non-perishable things planned just in case. So this week we are, and Mel says she votes the 27th, which was her grand's birthday. That's so sweet. And this will be the first birthday that we have in September. I think everyone else, I don't think we have any other family members that are in September. Okay, so this one though, so Casey is literally T minus who knows how many days before Pistachio makes her grand appearance. And due to COVID restrictions, who knows where I'll be when that happens, and who knows if there will be coffee there, but I'm going to need it. Okay, so I'm number 2 on the depth chart as far as chosen people to be at the hospital. Obviously, Dad is number 1. Peanut and Pistachio's dad, Alan, he's number 1 on the depth chart. I at least ranked number 2 because I did help deliver Alyssa. So, in a pinch, if for some reason Alan is, I don't know, at Bristol at the race or something, if they have to have somebody step in, if they have to have a second string quarterback step in, I can do it. I can do it. And let's face it, if you all have paid any attention to the life and times of Alyssa for the last 3.5 years, you know that it's going to take the other 3 grandparents to run her everywhere, entertain her, do red button, and only a couple people know what that means. But anyway, do red button, keep her fed, going to school, whatever, and to keep her from wanting to FaceTime Casey 1,100 times a day while she's not home. So it's going to take the other 3 grandparents to do that. So since I am number 2, then I'm already going to get ready, you know, and go ahead and pack my go bag. We can't have two people in the hospital at one time, but you know, I'm not opposed to sleeping in the car waiting until it's my turn to go inside. I'm not opposed to it at all. But y'all know me, I have to have coffee no matter where I'm going. So whatever the situation is, I have to have coffee. So my second half of the chat tonight is to show you all the different ways that I can have coffee, no matter where I'm at, all the different ways I can have coffee. So I'm going to show you 4 different ways to make coffee. One of them I've already made, and I'm going to show you how similar the strengths are going to be when we get done. We will be using Petal Java Tough Nut Coffee. I've been wanting to open another one of these for a while, and tonight was the perfect time to do it. So we're going to use Petal Java Tough Nut. It's a flavored coffee that is locally roasted here in Knoxville. Everything I'm going to show you, if you want to get technical about it, like if you're an actual barista, please do not send me letters and emails telling me that I should be weighing everything, that I shouldn't just be telling you how many scoops and it's going to make a difference on the grind and what type it is and whatever. Okay, I drink coffee every day. I drink coffee probably 3 or 4 times a day, but I'm still a coffee novice, even though I love to make it. So just hang with me, okay? So if you're a real barista, no need to tell me that this is not the exact science. This is just for normal human beings who are not sociopaths. And if you watch the first half of the chat, that'll make sense. Who are not sociopaths who love to drink coffee. Okay, so I did interview my very favorite coffee people, Mr. and Mrs. Petal Java. Their names are Ashley and Andrew Mazrowski, I think. It is an unpronounceable last name, so we're just going to call them Mr. and Mrs. Petal Java. So they helped me to figure out where my coffee backups are going to be. And here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these started that takes a few minutes longer to go. So I'm going to be using a kettle. I'm going to get it turned on. I'm going to get the kettle turned on because this is going to be for one of the kinds of coffee that we're making, but I want it to go ahead and heat up. So I'm going to show you this one first because this one takes a little longer to prepare. So this is called a mocha pot, and this is by the company that made this one is called Zule. This is the kind that we have here in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom. And the story that goes with the Zule mocha pots is adorable because apparently her mother or grandmother was very poor in Venezuela, and so she named her company after her. But okay, so a mocha pot is an espresso. It is an espresso maker, but it is not like it's not like the kind of espresso maker that you see, you know, where they pack it in the little thing. And I have one of those at home, but they pack it in, tamp it in, and then it has high pressure and goes through that. So this one is going to build up the pressure in the bottom. And then some steam is going to come out right here. So the first thing you do with your mocha pot is take off the bottom or take off the top, whichever way it's, you know, is your glass half empty or half full. So you're going to take that off. And the pot will come open like this. So you want to be very careful. You want to be very careful not to touch or open this part while it's hot because it can open. And then the suggested cleaning on this is just with warm water, not with anything abrasive. Then the bottom of the mocha pot has this filter in it, and my hands are wet. Okay, it has this filter in it. So you're going to take the filter out, and then you're going to fill the mocha pot to below this. So see that little steam spout right there? You want the water to be below that. So it's about 1 3/4 cups. If you're making a full one, it's exactly 1 3/4 cups because that just landed in the right spot. Okay, then you're going to put the filter basket back in there. And this is a ground flavored coffee. Hello, Deborah. This is a ground, and bye, Alicia. I didn't even see you go. Sorry. This is a ground flavored coffee, and it smells so good. I was so excited. This is just a coffee scoop with the little, you know, keep it closed thing on it. We do have these at Casey Kitchen Center, but I wanted to show you it doesn't matter what kind of scoop it is. So we like these because A, we sell them at Casey Kitchen Center. B, they're really, really cute. And when you close it after you're done using the scoop, you can go ahead and slide it on your bag. If I had it closed, it would work. You slide it on your bag and it keeps it closed and keeps it fresher. This is a scoop that we have literally, I mean, look how awful this thing looks. This is a Mr. Coffee scoop that we have literally had I don't know, it was my dad's before me. So we've probably had this Mr. Coffee Scoop 20 years maybe, but you can use any kind of a, oh, and Melinda, we have these on the KC Kitchen Center website too. But so what we're gonna do is for this one, we're not gonna measure. See how cute that is? We're not gonna measure. We're just gonna go ahead and put the coffee in the bottom. And you can use this with espresso. But since I filled up, I know that coffee scoop is so old, Barbara, but we're just going to fill it to right below the top. But remember, this is not like a regular espresso maker, so I'm not going to push it down. So with a regular espresso maker, you tamp it. So you tamp it and you push it down in tight. You're not going to do this with this one. Okay, so I've got the water in there, and then I put my filter back in, and then I'm going to put the top back on. And if you're using a normal stove that's going to actually get hot, then and you want to put that on there tight too, because remember, you're going to have all kinds of hot stuff in here, so you don't want this to come off, and you don't want this to flip open, you know, while you're doing this. So this handle's nice and sturdy, you know, so that should be good. But if you were at home, and if you had a normal stove, then you would put this on like medium heat. I just have this little eye here at KC Kitchen Center, so I'm going to put this over here on the eye. And we're gonna hope I don't flip the breakers here, because I've got my water heating in another one, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my mocha pot on high. Again, that's only because I have this little bitty eye. So the mocha pot and the burner, that is something that we have in the camper. So if I'm in the camper when Casey goes into labor, I've got coffee, because trust me, I have coffee squirreled away everywhere. Okay, so that's way number one, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we get done. Ooh, and I better talk fast. Okay, the next one is in a regular coffee pot. So I'm talking like a regular drip pot, just like a Mr. Coffee. The brand that we have here at KC Kitchen Center, it's just a cheap one. It's a Proctor Silex. It just came with KC Kitchen Center. So for that, so remember on the mocha pot, we weren't actually measuring it. I was just using the scoop as a scoop. So if you fill up the water to that little steam vent, then you're just gonna add it to the top. So Barbara, on the mocha pot, and I don't know how long to tell you, because you're not gonna take it off until it starts. You'll be able to hear it, like the noise that y'all might be able to hear right now, the shh, that is actually from this. That is from the Hayden Eon pitcher. So once the mocha pot starts making that same noise, and you'll be able to tell because a little bit of steam will come out of the top and a little bit of steam will come out of the back, that's when you want to take it off and set it to the side. So I'll show you that here in just a second. This is a regular drip coffee maker. On a regular drip coffee maker, I do about a scoop per cup. I sometimes do a heaping scoop per cup, but then nobody at work will drink it. So I'm going to say that a normal is probably a little under a scoop per cup. This is the scoop that the girls use every single day, but you can use a scoop like this. It should come out to exactly the same size. Let's just test it here real quick, just out of curiosity. But again, this, yep, it's about the same amount. So we're gonna do, I only put 4 cups of water in there, so we're just gonna do 4 barely scoops. We're not gonna do heaping scoops, because I want other people to be able to drink this. I'm just kidding. It's only me. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. Nobody else is gonna be here drinking coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna go put this in, and this is a regular drip coffee maker, Mr. Coffee, whatever, you know, if you've got a Keurig brand that makes drip coffee, you can do that, but it's about a scoop per cup. If you like your coffee lighter, you can do less than a scoop per cup. If you like it darker, obviously, you know, you can do like me and do a heaping scoop per cup. Okay, that is getting ready to boil. We're gonna let that get just a little bit hotter, and I'll get this started, and I'll be right back. Actually, I forget that now that I have the microphone attached to me, that y'all can hear me no matter where I go. So I'm just pouring water into the regular drip coffee pot, and we're gonna get that one started. Okay, and that is boiling now, so I'm going to show you this one. Okay, so the one that is boiling, we're going to use the pot that is boiling. This is my preferred way to do this. Mine, like this, is at home. So this is a This one's also from Zule Kitchen, and this is called a pour over coffee kettle, premium stainless steel. So mine like this is at home. If I was going to show you a real demonstration on how to do pour over coffee, I would use this. And the reason that I would use this, the style of this kettle is made, the way the spout is made to pour, it makes for a better pour over situation. So the pour over coffee, I can make that anywhere I am as long as I have access to water and to heat. So I don't have to have anything, super fancy. Also, these kettles have a temperature gauge on top. So if you use these to make tea, your tea bag, some of your tea bags actually have a temperature like gauge on there, and it tells you. Stash Tea does that. Some of your fancier brands of tea, it tells you what to heat the water to. And sometimes if you make tea and if you just flat out boil your water and you're just boiling hot water on any kind of tea, you could be scorching it, and that's why, I don't know if it's called scorching it, but that's why sometimes it's bitter or it doesn't taste good. So these come in really handy because you can stop it, or if you didn't stop it in time, you can cool it down and use the right temperature for your tea. But I'm not going to use this for the pour over. I'm going to use the kettle over here, since mine like this is at home. But just know that is the right kind to use. A pour over looks like this. So this is a pour over kit, and this just sits right on top of your coffee mug. So I'm going to put the pour over on top of the coffee cup. And when you use the filter, the first thing you're going to do is fold down where this little ridge is. You're going to fold that down, and then you're going to fold the bottom up. You don't have to do that, but if you do that, it's going to sit better down in the little filter. So for the pour over coffee, 2 to 3 heaping spoonfuls for a regular sized cup of coffee. So that's not from one of those giant mugs, a Bubba mug that you could take with you somewhere. Mrs. Pedaljava uses 2 scoops. Mr. Pedaljava recommended 3 2-ounce scoops. And then he said to experiment with nesting or swirling for maximum extraction. Okay, I use 2 scoops. So I'm going to put 2 scoops in here. Okay, actually I wanted 2 heaping scoops, so I'm going to put just a tiny bit more in here. Okay, so 2 scoops in here, and then I'm going to use the kettle. And if you want to, for the sake of time, I did not do this, but sometimes I will pre-wet the paper filter just so that it is not, just so it doesn't taste so much like paper. But in this, sake of time, we're not going to do that. So I know you all can't really see this, but maybe I can hold it where you can see it. So when I swirled that over the top of it, I'm trying not to spill that, it gets foamy. So that's actually carbon dioxide that's released from the coffee. So that's why you want to do that kind of swirling motion. So you're going to continue to swirl, and really the gooseneck, this one, the gooseneck pour over, it says it's for coffee, but it's for coffee and tea and just, boiling water. So it works perfect for that because it is the perfect swirl. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. So it's foaming nicely. And the nice thing about this pour over kit, and we have these at Casey Kitchen Center. We have the coffee here. We have everything. Like, why don't we just live here? Because we don't have a shower. That's why. But we have these here. But the nice thing about this pour over is there's a window right here. So I can see exactly how much coffee is in this cup. So I'm not going to overflow it. So I'll do one more quick swirl there, and it's getting nice and foamy. Okay, and the mocha pot is not quite hot yet. So we're going to finish doing the pour over while we let the mocha pot finish coming to heat. And I'm telling you, on a little burner like what I have, it takes forever for it, but it will do it. You can do it. Okay, and the next one is a Bodum cold brew kit. and I can see that the regular coffee pot is done. So this is a Bodum cold brew kit, and I'll show you here in just a second how the pour over coffee turned out. But this is a Bodum cold brew kit. I'm not going to make cold brew right now because it takes 18 to 24 hours to make it. But we do have a past video, so we do have a chat for that. But the Bodum cold brew press basically is like a giant French press, and you're going to put so you put your coffee grounds in here, and for this size, so this one will hold about 51 ounces and 51 ounces of water. So for this one you put in like 9 scoops. So Mr. PJ says 8 to 9. I like 9 because I like mine a little bit stronger. And then you're going to just fill it up to right here with cold water. And I use spring water, but you're going to fill it up to right there. And then you put this lid on, and then you put it in the refrigerator, and you're going to let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. I say overnight, but it's 18 to 24 hours. Then when you're done, you take that lid off. Oh, and after I put the grounds in, I stir them with a long spoon just to make sure that they're all good and wet. And then you put the French press top on, and when you get that on there, you're going to push down till it's all the way down, and then you have cold brew. I store my cold brew in glass. I like it stored better in glass. But here is the shade. So the cold brew I already had made, so that's what shade the cold brew came out. Okay, now let's see what the pour over, how it looks. I'm just going to take a sip of it out of my regular coffee cup. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without spilling it. That may not be the smartest idea that I had. Hold on just a second. Let me grab a towel. Okay, because I wanted to compare the color of these, and I didn't think about the spill factor, but okay, so not bad, not bad. Okay, so I'm a pretty good pourer, and it smells so good. The Tough Nut smells so good. And they also have, so Tough Nut is one of their original flavors. They also have, and again, this is, it is locally roasted here in Knoxville. Tough Nut is, again, it's one of their original flavors, but they have, I'm dying to open a bag of the turtle race because it smells like turtle candy, like chocolate turtle candy. It smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, so this one is cold brew. This one was the pour over that we just did. Let me go get the regular coffee, and let's see how it turned out. Again, this is just in a regular coffee pot. And those ratios that I mentioned, Jessica will be she'll be putting those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So see, I could have done just oh no, it's pretty close to the same color. But Jessica will get those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. She usually has it ready sometime on Monday. And then like this week, with all of the mayhem going on, it took me until this morning to double check it. So we try to get those up the next day. And then let's go see how our mocha pot is doing. So it is getting hot. It is getting ready to start steaming, so we'll let that sit there for just another second. So as a quick recap, while we're letting the mocha pot go, I'm trying to make sure that I have every opportunity for coffee. So I'm making I'll keep some cold brew in the refrigerator in case I've got to grab my caffeine on the go. In case, Casey, well, like last time, I think they called us at, I don't know, 11 or 12 o'clock. And Dusty's dreaming, if y'all can hear him. I think they called us at 11 or 12 o'clock when they had Alyssa. And we had just gone to bed, and you know how it is when you've just gone to bed and you wake up suddenly and you're like, whoa, what are we doing? What's going on? I think having slept only like an hour is probably worse than being woken up in the middle of the night, or than just staying up. But anyway, so I'm going to be keeping cold brew in the refrigerator just in case, in case I've got to grab it and go. This one was pour over. So again, the pour over, I can make it anywhere, anytime, as long as I've got my pour over stuff with me. I can make that in the camper if we're in the camper, anywhere that has an eye, and I'll try to keep the the pour over kit near me. This one was just from a regular coffee pot. So if I happen to be somewhere where we have a regular coffee pot, we can do that because I'm not drinking hospital coffee. Okay, and let's see how our mocha pot is doing. So once you get it up to heat and it starts steaming, then you can go ahead and take it off of the heat and let it sit for just a minute, because you want all that good steam. You want all that good steam to be making good hot coffee. And you can use other coffees besides espresso, so you don't have to just do espresso in this. These are so cool for making like a little pot of coffee. I'll admit this is supposed to be an 8-cup. It's supposed to be an 8-cup mocha pot. It makes 2 cups of coffee for me. So it's only 2 cups for me. So while we're waiting, letting this sit for just a second. Oh yeah, and Debbie says, just keep you a mega thermos ready to go. Yeah, exactly. I know, because I'm not drinking hospital coffee this time. I'll just go ahead and tell you, and I'm serious. With the COVID restrictions that we have this time, I think I'll be spending a lot of time in the car. So I think I'll be spending a lot of time in the car waiting, because I'm not even sure that they're going to let me go. Poor Dusty, I don't know what he's dreaming about. I'm not even sure they're going to let me sit in the waiting room. I think that Alan and I will have to tag out. Okay, but this is not going to be as dark as it could be because I did not let it sit as long as it's supposed to. But oh, come on. Oh no, it's not happy at all. Nope, it was not happy at all. It has, oh my gosh. Okay, I grabbed it way too early. Y'all are just going to pretend like the mocha pot was ready. I grabbed it way too early. It has not come up into the top at all. So I'll just explain what it's going to do, because I did not leave it on there long enough. So if you, and that little eye is not quite hot enough, but what's going to happen is the water is going to go from here. It's going to go up through the grounds, and then it ends up in here. So it had not pushed it up far enough yet for me to be able to even pour anything out. Let me see if there's even anything in the top. No, it was not hot enough at all. Okay, so anyway, the mocha pot's really cool if you have something hot enough, and I'll try to do a video another time when you're not just looking at me, and I can actually show you how to use it, because it is super cool when you do it. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you found some different ways to make coffee, and that you all will be ready if you've got something exciting coming up. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and reserve the right to abandon you all at a moment's notice. When it's time. I'll let you know. I'll try to let you know, but you know that also means that Casey will not be there to let you all know, because usually if I have to bail out, Casey or Jessica will, they'll just let y'all know where I'm at. So anyway, fingers crossed everything goes okay. Thank you all for sending prayers for them. They are doing fantastic. Every visit has been perfect. Everybody's in great health. Melissa is so excited to have her baby sister here. So yep, well, we will just keep you all posted. But y'all have a great evening. Thank you again for joining us. And thank you for letting me do some easy, simple things that are non-perishable, just in case we have to pack up and go, because it's coming. It's literally only a matter of time now. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. But y'all have a great evening. If you were watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let the next video roll over, because I promise you it's going to be another good one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can click down here and hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and click that little bell so that it will let you know when the next video comes up. But y'all have a great week, and I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. I'll see you later.